kind of trying to understand this I and you thing. Where do I stop and you begin? Am I this object who has all these journeys around the sun and then ultimately dies? We start at zero, we die at 100, and everything is the same all along. On one hand, our experience kind of says, yeah, that's what it is. But the deeper we look, the less that actually holds up. You know, they say biologically our cells are replacing themselves so that the cells in our body today are not the same cells that they were, what, 7, 10 years ago. This beard that used to be red is now white. And is it the same beard? How many times have I trimmed the ends of this beard? So is it the same beard? Is it a new beard? We look at a river and we say, oh, that's the Eel River. It's the same river we see all the time. But is it really? The water is completely new. Everything is renewing and revitalizing. It's our minds that hold them we make the patterns that we see. So what am I and what is you? And there was an interesting turn of phrase Clinton used, and he didn't make this up, of course. It was that I am one with you. So there's still I and you. In a way, what Clinton was trying to say is, I am you. But on one hand, experientially, that makes no sense because you go to sleep in your bedroom and I go to sleep in my bedroom. But yet, when we don't get enough rain, we all suffer from the drought. We're all dependent on everything. So in its particularity, you and I are different. In its absolute quality, who is there to make the distinction between I and you? When we say everything is one, really, and I think Clinton might have used the phrase, what he's really saying is before thinking, there is no separation. When you look up at the sky, there are individual clouds, there's blue, there's the sun. So you can say there are all these things in the sky. But actually, the sky is made up of all those things. Everything is held in the sky. Before we make something, there's no distinction. Once we have language, we make you and me. And of course, experientially, there is you and me. If you deny that basic fact, you're also kidding yourself. But then Clinton used this wonderful word, and. Things are both and rather than either or. And if we can just hold both and, everything gets bigger. When we hold either or, everything gets smaller. Clinton also used this phrase, he said, small I, big I. In a sense, that's a Zen phrase, so it means something in the context of Zen. But small I is what Clinton was referring to as my little life. Everything is a zero-sum game. I win, you lose. I need to take. And in the world of making separate, what happens is I am the center of the universe. And everything out there is actually there for my use. I either like it or don't like it, but I'm trying to get what I want from you. And then Clinton turned it around and he said, if I and you are one, then if I take from you, I lose. Could you imagine that? If I take, you lose. And if our mind is open, and as Clinton was talking about feeling and hearing the suffering in the world, then when you lose, I lose. So what do we do? If we're in the world of both and, then there starts to be cooperation.